Marcus hadn't planned on being a hero that Tuesday morning. He was just trying to get through another day, dropping his daughter Emma off at school before heading to a construction job. Life as a widower raising an 8-year-old wasn't easy, but he learned to take things one step at a time since Sarah passed 3 years ago. The office building downtown was nearly finished. Marcus and his crew were doing final inspections when he smelled it first. Smoke, not the usual construction dust, but something acrid and wrong. He followed his nose to the 3rd floor. That's when he saw her through the glass door, a woman in an elegant cream dress, trapped in what looked like a conference room. Flames were crawling up one wall, and she was backing away, her long blonde hair catching the orange glow of the fire. Marcus didn't think. He just moved. He wrapped his jack around his fist and punched through the door's side panel, ignoring the glass that bit into his arm. The smoke was thick now, burning his lungs. He found her crouched by the window, coughing hard. "Come on," he said, reaching for her hand. She looked up at him with eyes that seemed to cut right through the chaos. Even in that moment, there was something fierce about her, something that refused a break. He pulled her up, and they ran. Outside, as the fire trucks arrived and paramedics swarmed around them, Marcus finally got a good look at her. She was probably in her early 40s, beautiful in that polished way that spoke of boardrooms and power lunches. Her cream dress was now streaked with soot. He expected a thank you, maybe tears, relief. Instead, she grabbed his shoulders and said, "You're bleeding. Why would you do something so stupid?" Marcus blinked. "Excuse me? You could have died in there. You have a family." Her voice was sharp, almost angry. "A daughter," he said slowly. "Exactly. And you just risked making her an orphan." She wasn't crying. She was furious. "Do you have any idea what that would do to her?" Marcus felt his own temper rising. "Lady, I just saved your life." "I know." Her hands were shaking now, betraying the emotion her voice tried to hide. "And if you had died doing it, I would never have forgiven myself. Do you understand that?" For a moment, they just stared at each other. Then something in her face crumbled, just for a second, before she pulled it back together. "I'm Olivia Hartwell. That was my company's building. And apparently, I owe you everything." Over the next few weeks, Marcus learned that Olivia was exactly who she seemed. CEO of a tech firm, divorced, no children, married to her work. She insisted on paying his medical bills. Then she showed up at his construction site with coffee. "I don't need charity," Marcus told her. "Good, because I'm not offering any. I'm offering friendship, if you can handle it." Something about her directness appealed to him. No games, no pretense, just raw honesty. They started meeting for lunch. Olivia wanted to know everything about Emma, about what it was like raising a daughter alone. Marcus found himself talking about Sarah for the first time in years, about the grief that still caught him off guard sometimes. Olivia listened in a way few people did anymore. One day, she told him her story. The marriage that ended because she chose her career. The loneliness of building an empire with no one to share it with. The moment in that fire when she realized she might die surrounded by everything she'd built and nothing she truly loved. "That's why I was angry," she said quietly. "You reminded me what actually matters. And I was terrified you'd die before I could figure that out myself. And have you figured it out?" Marcus asked. She smiled. "I'm working on it." Their friendship deepened slowly, like roots growing deep before anything blooms above ground. Olivia started joining them for Emma's soccer games, cheering louder than any parent there. Emma adored her, especially when Olivia taught her about computers and told her she could build anything she dreamed of. Marcus noticed the way Olivia's face softened around his daughter, the longing that flickered in her eyes. 6 months after the fire, on a cool autumn evening, they sat on Marcus's porch after Emma had gone to bed. The street was quiet, the kind of peaceful that makes you reflective. "I never thanked you properly," Olivia said suddenly. "You don't need to." "Yes, I do." She turned to face him. "You gave me my life back, Marcus. But more than that, you showed me what living actually means. You and Emma. This. Simple moments that matter more than any deal I've ever closed." Marcus felt his heart do something complicated in his chest. I spent so long building walls, Olivia continued, being tough, being in control. And then you came crashing through a literal wall to save me, and I didn't know how to handle someone just being kind without wanting anything back. Maybe I did want something back, Marcus said softly. What? I wanted to save someone, after I couldn't save Sarah. The words came out rough. I needed to know I could still protect someone, that I wasn't helpless. Olivia's hand found his. They sat like that for a long time, two people who'd learned that strength isn't about being invincible. It's about being brave enough to let someone else in. So what happens now? Marcus asked. Olivia smiled. I think we figure out together. If you're willing to take a chance on a CEO who still doesn't know how to properly thank her hero, I'm just a guy who did what anyone would do. No, Olivia said firmly. You're the man who taught me that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is let yourself be saved too. Marcus kissed her then, gentle and sure, like coming home. Sometimes life gives you second chances in the strangest ways. Sometimes the person you save ends up saving you right back. And sometimes the best thank you isn't words at all, but the courage to build something new from ashes. Marcus and Olivia learned that together, one day at a time. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more heartwarming tales. Leave a comment below telling us about a moment when someone's kindness changed your life.